It is an ancient mariner, and he stoppeth one of three. By thy long grey beard and glittering eye, now wherefore stopp'st thou me? The bridegroom's doors are opened wide, and I am next of kin. The guests are met, the feast is set, mayst hear the merry din. He holds him with his skinny hand. There was a ship, quoth he. Hold off, unhand me, grey-haired loon. Eftsoons his hand dropped he. He holds him with his glittering eye. The wedding guest stood still, and listens like a 3 years child. The mariner hath his will. Hello. Thank you for joining me in St Mary's Church in Ottery St Mary. Today is the 21st of October 2022. It's also the 250th anniversary of the birth of the poet and philosopher Taylor Coleridge. We're unveiling a statue by the famous sculptor Nicholas Dimbleby. A few days before the unveiling, Nick Dimbleby, the sculptor, supervised as a crane lowered the completed statue onto the rough stone plinth. Here, Richard Coleridge is explaining to John Pilsworth just how the statue would be secured. Holes were drilled into the rock precisely where they needed to be. These bolt holes were tested, and when Nick was happy, the statue was lifted, resin was inserted, and the statue was lowered into place. The work took 4.5 hours. Samuel has come home, and when unveiled, he will be looking towards his birthplace. So you're setting up the streaming then, are you? Yeah.
Yes, and it's not coming through.
Okay. Well, the technology's fine when the technology's fine, is all I can say. Can you actually hear the bells?
Yes.
Can you hear the bells when you were ringing?
Well, not hear it. I need to hear, because I go by sight, not by sound, sound, not by sight.
Yeah.
So I need to hear the bells.
Sure. Is it hard work?
No.
Not really. You're not out of puff.
No. Gravity does all the work.
Indeed.
And skill.
Of course. Gravity.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm going outside to hear it from outside.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Let's go. Right, go this.
Good morning. Welcome to the event. This is the official video. Did you want to say anything about Coleridge?
Just an amazing day. We just wish the weather was a bit more favourable, but an amazing day. 250th anniversary is good.
Of course,
Very good.
of course. Thank you. So nice to see you. Thank you. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Is this a special day for you?
Very much so. Yes, very particularly so.
Are you local or are you visiting? Or?
No, a direct descendant.
You're sorry, say.
A direct descendant.
Are you? Another Coleridge? Fine. There's lots of Coleridges here today,
Yes.
and a lot of them are meeting the others for the first time.
I think that's right. Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Okay. Good to you. Fine. Oh, There's some food coming here. This must be for later on, is it?
It is indeed.
For the reception.
Can I squeeze past, please?
Sorry, did you say you were a friend of the family? Or
I am a son of the friend of the family.
son of the friend of the family?
Yes,
So-
I'm here in my father's stead.
Lovely.
He couldn't make it today, unfortunately.
Okay, have you come far?
I'm only from Callerton, so all of 20 minutes.
Wonderful.
Not far at all.
So it's a special day for you as well today?
Well, I just thought that I was invited along, and I thought this just seemed like an excellent opportunity to sort of come and say hello and meet people, really. But it's certainly a fascinating thing. I can't say I've ever been to a statue unveiling before.
No, neither have I. That's wonderful, isn't it? Right. Do you know how the statue's made? Do you know what it's made of, or how he's made it?
I haven't the foggiest.
Well,
I'm fascinated by
I'm
all of
hoping
it.
to talk to the sculptor and have a word, and
Fantastic.
perhaps he can explain it to you, me, and everybody else.
Brilliant. Well, we'll have to track them down.
So these ladies are putting out
The catering staff.
the catering staff
Yes.
doing the reception
Yes.
later on. And are you from Ottery then?
Most definitely. Born and bred.
Or any particular affection for Samuel Taylor Coleridge? Or
Yes.
You don't have to say that.
I've got a particular affection for Ottery St Mary, especially the tar barrels, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. I grew up with the Coleridges. I used to drive a disabled ambulance. And all the Lady Coleridges, and the old Lord Coleridge.
Saxophone is having a...
What are we doing anyway? Just one. We'll see how far we can get. One, start with one.
So are you proud to be a Coleridge?
I certainly am. So I have been reading up all my Coleridge facts and all my Coleridge poems, and looking forward to the day.
Have you got a favourite poem?
Oh, there are so many. It's probably some of the lesser well-known ones.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
okay.
enjoy.
Lovely. And have you come far to be here?
We are from Chelmsford in Essex.
Cheltenham.
Chelmsford in Essex.
Okay, Chelmsford. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
thank you.
not too far. We're staying just down the road in just near Hoddington.
Lovely. And who's sitting beside you?
This is Ros Coleridge.
Hello.
Hello, how do you
Yeah,
do?
my name's Rosalind Coleridge, and I'm the wife of Anthony Coleridge, who's a direct descendant of Samuel Taylor Coleridge as well. And William is actually my son, so
Oh, I see.
that's
So-
how we tie up.
which I discussed with the committee and which changed.
After the service, I managed to grab a couple of minutes with the artist who made the statue, Nick Dimbleby. It wasn't possible to move to a quieter corner, so I'm leaving him talking in the background amid the hubbub while I dub in a key point voiceover. Lots of people had asked me, so how did he make the statue? So here we go. Several years ago, he said, I began discussions with the committee and then I made a small model. This was enlarged as a lump of clay. I was helped by a friend. I was at school with her. I had a picture of Coleridge and a friend projected this onto the clay, and from there I was able to tease out the key, form and facial expression. One day my wife came into my studio, which she rarely did, and we discussed how the face was coming along. She said the eyes are not quite right, so then I spent a week just improving them. I read lots of his work and visited Ottery. I knew the venue. I knew where the statue was going to stand. I had the idea that he would be standing in a dangerous place. He often wrote about that sort of experience. The rock on which he stands is Cornish granite, and it came from the Callington area. It represents boding danger. When I had completed the clay, detailed work, I had done all I could. Another team member made a complete rubber mould. Wax is then poured into the mould. This is a tricky part of the work, and things can easily go wrong, of course. Eventually, bronze is poured into that mould. The piece is almost finished, but the bronze is looking like shiny copper. But that was not the finish that I wanted. He needed to be aged, stained and slightly green, just like the old church, which was so much part of his childhood and his birthplace 250 years ago.
That was a good technical close-up. Thank you very much.
Oh no!
Excellent. Do you enjoy doing this?
Oh yes.
Fine, yeah. Well, it's nice to see. Nice to see the church so full.
Isn't it wonderful?
Isn't it?
Week after week, month after month. In this case, you negotiate with the Coleridge family, the all that thing about all the background. The moment when, for the first time, the cloth's pulled off and you see the sculpture and everybody's standing there looking at it is both terrifying but also a kind of majestic moment for a sculptor. Because suddenly there it is, and that's it, it's done. And so I love, I've been to, as I say, to 2 or 3 of his unveilings, and I love this. I have to say this is the best unveiling of a sculpture of his that I've ever seen. That's magnificent. All the talk about Coleridge and the readings from Coleridge and the tiny little great grandchildren singing. It's just wonderful.